Greetings everyone, Agion here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. So on the north side as the Britions, we have Greyon. So on the south side as the red Vietnamese, we have Hurljack. Clearly this is a Vietnam map because there's jungles everywhere. Welcome to the jungle. Actually, this may be, seeing this fact as Turkey, this is actually South America, or maybe even Mexico. As Turkey are native to Latin America. Are they native to Central America? I know they're native to North America, but are they native to Central America or South America? I honestly don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick look. The relics are at the far corners of the map. This one probably is closest to anybody. A relatively safe grab for blue once it gets to Castle Age. They start being gathered. Let's go ahead and fast forward because watching them just hack away at a turkey is not exactly super entertaining. And we also have more being gathered. Does garrison inside the building. Almost lost a villager there. Was that one hit away from death? You also got berries being collected. Berries are also being collected at a similar timing. Does go ahead and immediately kill off the boar. Does finish off the deer quickly. Actually, had them queued up to go for wood afterwards. More and more houses being built, villagers, and yeah, that pretty much sums up the early game. Wonder, what's the chance that both players are going to go for onagers and mangonels and punch a hole through the center in order to attack the opponent? Because as a double-edged sword, it means you can get surprise attack on your opponent, but then you're going to have to deal with a surprise attack against you. Got a market being built by red. It's going to go for a fast castle, I'm guessing. I would say, overall based on the placement, red has a better spawn, I'll say, in the least. More surface area for gathering wood rather than blue. Blue only has a small surface area. Looks like blue's cavalry has cavalry over here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at what both players see, or have seen. This is what red has seen, so he knows where blue is at. And here is red. No, here's what blue can see. Granted, red did also have the ability to sort of spot the initial town center spot. But overall, that bonus is sort of fade away. And it looks like red actually has 2 town centers, and blue may actually have 3. Yeah, blue actually has 3, so let's go ahead and get down to ×2 because now we got an assault. Did force his way through this gate. And red doesn't have any sort of defense army. Ooh, big mistake. Full skirmishers being built. He does have a number of archery ranges now. He's probably queuing up and garrisoning inside to more so he can pull them up and not be focused one by one. Let's go ahead and grab those villagers, throw them inside the town center. Does actually kill off the farm. Minor little gain. Boom that you don't really see off too often. Who's also going for the skirmisher upgrade. And those case decides, yep, I'm out. And it's going to focus fire his way out through one of the wall segments. Some good damage, it's like, now it's time to fall back. And he sees him attacking this wall segment, so he probably is content of letting him just withdraw, not worried about actually trying to kill them. And yeah, looks like blues go ahead and withdraw. So let's see now. Blue is actually going for some scorpions. Does Vietnam have a scorpion bonuses? I think they do. They have good elephant and scorpion bonuses. Or was that the Khmer? Get those two mixed up. So many civilizations in this game, it's hard for me to remember them all. And looks like Blue maybe trying to hit that gate a bit. Another town center going on up for Red, so that was there's 3 town centers. There is a castle going on up. Good position for it. Which is 3 town centers for Blue. And actually not queuing up any villagers. A little bit of oversight. Villager count. Blue does have 56, while Red does have 63. So Red does have a villager count advantage and is still continuously building villagers. Scout managed to get in there and get killed. This castle going on up would be a great defensive position. Houses on the outside. You could pick him up a free villager right there. He's going to walk on by, doesn't realize he just walked by a villager. And looks like the gate actually went down there. Did he actually delete that? Didn't see Blue attack it, so maybe actually lost it. House wall is going down over here. Perhaps maybe invest a bit of stone for a stone gate. And we do have some of the Rattan archers coming on out. Rattan archers are like a super heavy anti-archer archer. The Britons have, well, longbows, which is a long-range archer. So we may see some sort of archer duel. In which scorpions would be an interesting option. Those actually the Britons, not the Vietnamese. So, I really don't know. Scorpions are just such an uncommon item to see, which is why I was so surprised. Scorpions do get bonus damage versus elephants, so perhaps maybe Vietnam. Get elephants? I don't think so. Do they? I can't remember. Oh, I do. We do have a full-on stone gate over here, so take quite a bit of damage before going down. The scorpions, I don't think they'll actually accomplish all too much versus a stone gate, as I think all the archers would do more damage to them. We do got another stone gate coming on out. See now. Both players still at Castle Age. Both players not building villagers. Both players around 75 to 74, so villager count is quite similar. And we've got a 4 castle on the high ground being built. Oh, looks like they managed to kill off an alligator right there. Maybe this is in Florida, not even Central America. Relics are being grabbed. Looks like Red has already got one. Where is that monastery? Ah, here it is. Nope, he hasn't gotten one yet. A large number of lumber cats coming in and out. Very good idea to get a mass deployment of them just to get some lumber. He's also built them in this sort of direction. He doesn't want to excavate towards his opponent's city, because he doesn't want to be put into that awkward situation. We do have Imperial Age being built, researched by Blue, so trebuchets will be a perfect item to help crack the stone gate and houses. Red's force is coming on out. And he does not see the castle just yet. He can throw his arbalists inside the castle for increased damage by the castle. Scorpions can receive quite a bit of damage from all these skirmishers. And decides to withdraw. There's just way too many arbalists here. Will we start seeing some longbows being researched? The only thing that both players researching is Imperial Rage. I wonder if the villager count is only at 75 each. I wonder if this is not even a 200 population. Maybe this is a 150 population game. Which would change the number of max villagers people would want to build. These skirmishers being ripped apart. While they are a good counter to all these arbalists, are just way outnumbered. After a couple of watchtowers, guard towers would be quite good. There is a castle back here, so even if he does crack the front, he does have a good fallback area. Your age have been researched. More and more scorpions actually being built. Maybe scorpions are a good counter to skirmishers. I really don't know. They have 7 pierce armor. How much does a Mangonel have? I think scorpions may be a better option. Here's Mangonel. Only 6 pierce armor, though it does have 10 more health, so that's probably comparable. They do have the same range. It is also a safer item to mix in rather than Mangonels, but neither player has melee units, so the safer option is not exactly necessary. What I mean by safer, I mean less likely to do splash damage to your own units. He is cracking this house here, but it's very choky, and these Mangonel will have a great time in that choke point. You have ballistics being researched as well as Imperial Age or red, so both are Imperial Age. You got Trebuchet by blue, probably being built right here, trying to crack all these houses and walls. Looks like he's just trying to crack all these houses just to deal damage, not necessarily to actually make an assault at this moment. Chemistry being researched, so you will have a bit more damage roll as ranged units. I hear a monk here trying to heal up all these units. Do we see Imperial Skirmisher upgrade? No, we do not, but we do actually see some battle elephants, which will be a great frontal assault unit, but these scorpions do bonus damage versus elephants. Trebuchet sitting on up, he sees the flaming balls. So the town center is under siege. Scorpions are in a great position to deal extra AoE damage, and he's ripping apart these forces. Town center's gonna go down, but the Mangonels are doing some great work. Actually, they're full auditors now versus these scorpions. All those scorpions are down. The town center still could potentially go down. I think one more shot, no, he's going to repair it, and he does save the town center. The last shot does come forward. And there we go, he's not going to repair it anymore, but now another trebuchet is coming on forward. The auditors have received quite a bit of damage here, but they can help ward away against these units. If he gets the Warwolf upgrade, these trebuchets can do AoE damage, increasing their accuracy relatively, versus all these other units, such as these onagers. Actually does repair up that onager. More and more onagers coming out for red. Other castles coming on out. And we do see longbowmen being being trained as well. Perhaps the defense force over here, because I see something garrisoned here. And longbowmen do increase the arrow count, so getting 20 longbowmen inside this castle makes a very good hardpoint. There's a number of battle elephants here. They don't exactly have a huge amount of pierce armor, but they just have sheer health. Once he sees the battle elephants, the Briton player may get some monks. great burst, eliminating every single one. And now the castle's under siege. He needs to hit those villagers. It's far from being complete. Now Longbowmen on the high ground, will do significant amount of damage. In fact, if he just keeps the Longbowmen here and put them in a whole ground stance, it would be a great fighting position for them.
Yay.
They have 11 range. And actually, there is a couple Longbowmen here. Now we have a full longbow transition for blue. Actually, a handful of skirmishers as well as onagers. And longbows can be quite a hard unit to crack. Battle elephants can be resilient enough to engage them, but let's see, what's the villager count for both sides? Both sides has a very similar villager count. Whoa, that's quite a saturation of lumber yards. He really wants to make sure he has all the lumber he can get. Let's see now, what's the resources like? Both players don't have a huge stockpile of resources. Red does have a bit more food, but he doesn't need any more villagers. Trebuchet's moving on forward. He will crack this town center. He is actually starting the repairs now. Or nope, he's not. Archers are a good counter to the longbowmen, as well as onagers, and he is actually starting to push forward, going out of range of his own castles for protection. It will actually eliminate the siege workshop. Red only has one onager left and does receive an onager shot there, eliminating his last remaining onager. Trebuchet is still alive, multiple onagers moving on forward. We got a couple counter battery trebuchets as well as a bombard cannon. Over here we do got just a handful of defense force. The trebuchet here could potentially start cracking away against this wall. We do also got light cavalry here as well as the battle elephants. I guess he wants to supplement his force some bit more quicker to help engage the units. Castle is under siege. It has a couple villagers repairing. Only one trebuchet is repairing, hitting the castle. 2 misses. These trebuchets are not very accurate. It's 2 more misses there. And in fact, the Werewolf's AoE effect will be quite handy. Bombard Cannon eliminates the onager. The Bombard Cannon will take out the other trebuchet. And there goes the blue trebuchet. We'll get one more shot off, but doesn't. Will actually get a direct hit. Bombard Cannon does in fact go down. There's 2 trebuchets here ready for our counter battery operations, but both sides have lost actually quite a bit of army. Red has lost a bit more overall, I would say. Trebuchets supporting the elephants in the assault of this castle. There's only a handful of arbalists here. Actually, just crossbowmen. I've been saying arbalists the entire game. Once this castle goes down, you can send in his light cavalry to help rush down those archers. And there goes the castle. And so Red could launch a counterattack over in this area. There's not a whole lot of defense here. Villagers looks like will get cleaned up, no problem. Over here, we only have the 1 trebuchet left. We do got a defense onager as well as a handful of Imperial skirmishers.
Ready.
So perhaps some ratans. If you were to queue up some ratans and put them inside this castle, oh no, actually the castle has 11 range. Longbowman has 12 range, so the longbowman can actually siege castle directly, albeit at a very, very slow rate. The stone castle, the gate was a good call. It's still up, but it can now be went around. He could alleviate pressure on this flank if he were to make assault on this flank. And with our caster 2020 vision, we can see he has a good opportunity for our attack. Though a lot of these units are quite wounded. But he has a large number of battle elephants, which can push in and deal a significant amount of damage to this area. He has a couple trebuchets to support him as well to eliminate those buildings. I hear a bombard cannon. Bombard cannon did get a direct hit on the longbowman, but he needs to make sure that bombard cannon doesn't receive all that's fired, because... Oh, but it does eliminate the onager before it went down. Trebuchet's moving on forward. That bombard cannon is now very important if it was still alive. One onager shot does manage to come on through. Imperial Skirmishers just getting way out damaged. All the free damage from the range is actually quite important. And now there's a huge wave of Imperial Skirmishers. The castle may go down. He has some villagers nearby that are idle. Could repair the castle. The elephants are not moving forward. He needs to push forward those elephants. The trebuchet was actually being repaired, I think, in the middle of combat there. But it'll take a significant amount of fire before those trebuchets will actually go down to Imperial Skirmisher fire. Need some more bombard cannons in order to help. Oh, the Warwolf, you can hurry up here that AoE damage being quite successful. Light cavalry moving on forward. They can get focused down by these Imperial Skirmishers quite easily. Oh, and now we got the elephants actually pushing on forward. The castle was not completed. And now elephants, how many villagers went down? Blue only has 88 villagers. He's lost a significant number of villagers. Hopefully he has a stockpile of resources. The Imperial Skirmishers are holding, nothing really here. Oh, now we've got a bombard cannon for taking out the, apparently longbowman, not the trebuchet. Blue focused on this one flank so much, he left him open to a counterattack on the other flank. Town center is almost destroyed. This town center is almost destroyed. No villagers inside this one, so it's a safe kill. And now these battle elephants are going straight for all the villagers, in which they're not being microed whatsoever. And now Red's pushing on forward. He has mostly Imperial Skirmishers there. There's one bombard cannon. It's all he needs in order to siege these castles. But he needs to make sure he eliminates these onagers, because this onager is going to go straight to the bombard cannon and kill it. He's focus firing it now, but it attacks the skirmishers, not the bombard cannon. The Warwolves are trying to come on in. Gets a direct hit, killing it. And, whoa, that's actually a lot of relics that was there. And there we go. Blue goes ahead and surrender. Failing to protect one flank cost them the entire game. He saw the battle elephants from earlier. He got no... I don't think he even got any spearman upgrade. So yeah, he left himself too vulnerable to the flank and lost the game. This is Agion saying thank you for watching.